Hey PowerChalk Nation, it's Coach Chaz here, and I'm going to show you today how to authorize your YouTube account to allow PowerChalk uploads. If you've done this successfully before and it quit working, you're not alone. A couple of months ago, Google changed multiple things with YouTube logins, and in this video I'm going to help you restore the working upload process. Where this comes into play in PowerChalk is when I try to take a video on my locker. Let's use my son's penalty kick video. Click the Actions menu on the right and then select Send to YouTube. A dialog pops up that collects your YouTube account info, and then it sends the whole job off to the PowerChalk servers where it either succeeds or fails. And then it sends you a notice. As some of you know, these uploads started failing a couple weeks back, so let's use my account to show you the fix. The fix is done in both YouTube and PowerChalk. So we'll first need to log into our YouTube master account. Notice the login now comes through a Google login. Want one account, all of Google. That's really the core of the problem, is Google is trying to unify all of their many logins, and they're also trying desperately to weld your YouTube account to a Google Plus account. They may have done that already without your intention or without your knowledge, because it's something that pops up and they encourage you to do that. Google Plus, if you're not familiar with it, is Google's social network. They're Facebook competitor, and since no one's using it, they're trying to make it happen at gunpoint. But if you have a serious YouTube channel, there are also some new security fixes worth having. Either way, it's the new required process, so let's sign in and make the fix. With my login set, I need to pull down the YouTube admin menu and select Settings. If you signed in via a Google account, or if YouTube has tricked you into linking your account to a Google Plus account, you'll have two menus. A Google menu on the right and the YouTube menu on the left. And in that case, this settings link that I clicked may read YouTube settings. Whichever door you came in, you should get to your YouTube account info. From here, let's click Advanced. Now, what we want to do is we want to authorize PowerChalk to be able to upload to your YouTube account. To do that, click Authorize Sites to your Google account. The list it shows is any website that I've used Google or YouTube credentials to log in with. What you're looking for is the Application Specific section. So scrolling down, you'll see that we can enter an app name, PowerChalk in this case, and then generate a password that'll be used just for that app. But you notice the whole thing is disabled, it's grayed out. Well, it turns out to do this, you've got to turn on what YouTube calls its two-step verification process. You do that by clicking the link at the very bottom. Two-step verification means that YouTube will trust any device that you're working on, any device that you want, but the first time you use it, YouTube is going to reach out to you and see if it's really you. I know this is cumbersome, but it's another layer of safety, so let's drink the Kool-Aid and click Start Setup. I previously have tied my cell phone to my YouTube account, so it's suggesting that we use that as the absolute proof that I'm me. So let's click Send Code. Amazingly fast, Google sends me a 6-digit code, and I type it in to show that I'm in control of this account. I've now successfully set up the two-step authorization process for YouTube. We're making progress, but YouTube used our existing window instead of popping a new window, so we'll have to go back and get back to that app-specific password form. So let's go to youtube.com, which takes me back to my account. Settings takes me back to the account overview. Advanced takes me into the authorized sites. And now, scrolling to the bottom, you see that we can create app-specific passwords now. This little form has been ungrayed. It's now active. So let's enter PowerChalk as our app name, generate a password, and boom. Here we have a nice hard-to-remember or hard-to-type password. But here's the good news. All I need to do is select the text, the password text, copy it. Now I'll go back to my PowerChalk upload form. I'll select my video again. I'll click Send to YouTube, And when the form pops up that collects my login credentials, I'll paste in my password. Now, this upload will succeed as YouTube now trusts the PowerChalk servers, at least in the context of uploads for this particular PowerChalk account. So that's it. If you've got other apps that you've used to upload to YouTube and they are broken, I suggest that you use the same process and make an app-specific password. That way you can control these apps individually. You can turn one on or one off if you decide that you no longer want that app to have access to your YouTube account. One final word, you may ask, why doesn't PowerChalk use the OAuth 2 method of popping up a YouTube login window, letting you log in and giving the authorization there? Well, that's a good question. The answer is simply that within PowerChalk, you can also upload your finished Chalk Talk analysis. The minute you finish a Chalk Talk, you can say upload to YouTube. And in that case, the video file doesn't exist yet. So you make the decision to upload before we create the file, before we render it on our servers. And in that case, we need your account info. We need it on hand at the time that the render finishes. So with the app-specific password method, we can upload immediately from your locker, or we can upload Chalk Talks in a time-delayed fashion after they rendered. I hope this helps. Thanks for your interest and support. Any questions, just shoot it to us at info@powerchalk.com.